South Africa stands at a crossroads. The country possesses immense potential with a vibrant people, abundant resources, and a burgeoning economy. However, challenges of poverty, inequality, and unemployment persist. To overcome these challenges and unlock its true potential, South Africa needs a coordinated and integrated approach to development. This is where the concept of interoperability becomes crucial. Interoperability, in the context of development, refers to the seamless alignment and integration of different systems, plans, and stakeholders. It's about ensuring that national goals trickle down to local implementation, with all spheres of government and the private sector working in unison. This interconnected approach is vital for maximizing the impact of investments and creating sustainable and inclusive growth. Imagine a future where spatial planning, economic policies, and infrastructure investments are all working in harmony. This harmonious relationship is the key to unlocking South Africa's development potential. By ensuring that all parts of the system work together smoothly, we can create a more prosperous and equitable society for all. At the heart of South Africa's development agenda lies the National Development Plan, or NDP 2030. This visionary document, adopted in 2012, charts a course towards a more prosperous and equitable South Africa by the year 2030. The NDP 2030 recognizes that economic growth, spatial transformation, and social inclusion are inextricably linked. It emphasizes the need for a capable state, an active citizenry, and a dynamic economy to achieve its ambitious goals. The NDP 2030 sets out a clear vision for spatial development, emphasizing the need to overcome the legacy of apartheid spatial planning. It calls for more compact, connected, and inclusive cities and towns, with improved access to economic opportunities and basic services. The plan also highlights the importance of rural development, promoting agriculture, tourism, and other sectors to create jobs and improve livelihoods in rural areas. Recognizing that infrastructure is the backbone of economic growth, the NDP 2030 emphasizes the need for significant investments in energy, transport, water, and digital infrastructure. These investments are crucial for connecting communities, facilitating trade, and supporting industrial development. The plan also stresses the importance of sustainable infrastructure development, taking into account environmental protection and climate change mitigation. While the NDP 2030 sets the national vision, its successful implementation requires alignment and coordination at all levels of government. Provincial governments play a crucial role in translating the national goals into province-specific plans and actions. This is where provincial spatial development frameworks, or PSDFs, come into play. PSDFs are strategic planning instruments that provide spatial guidance for development within each province. They identify key economic sectors, development corridors, and areas of social vulnerability. PSDFs also provide a framework for coordinating infrastructure investments and land use planning to ensure they align with provincial development priorities. The development of PSDFs is guided by the NDP 2030 and takes into account the unique characteristics and challenges of each province. For example, the PSDF for Gauteng, South Africa's economic powerhouse, might focus on strengthening its role as a hub for innovation and financial services. In contrast, the PSDF for Limpopo might prioritize agricultural development and tourism, leveraging its natural beauty and cultural heritage. Taking the principle of interoperability further, local government plays a pivotal role in translating national and provincial plans into tangible outcomes at the grassroots level. This is where municipal integrated development plans, or IDPs, come into action. IDPs are statutory plans that outline the development vision and priorities for each municipality over a 5-year period. IDPs are meant to be more than just documents. They are blueprints for action, guiding municipal spending, service delivery, and local economic development initiatives. They are developed through a participatory process, involving residents, businesses, and civil society organizations in identifying local needs and priorities. This ensures that development plans are grounded in the realities of local communities and reflect their aspirations. The integration of national, provincial, and local planning frameworks is essential for ensuring coherence and maximizing impact. IDPs should align with the strategic direction set out in the NDP 2030 and the relevant PSDF. This ensures that local development efforts contribute to broader national and provincial goals while addressing the specific needs of local communities. Section 5. The power of the purse. National Treasury and infrastructure investment. Effective implementation of development plans requires significant financial resources. National Treasury, as the custodian of the nation's purse, plays a crucial role in mobilizing and allocating resources to support the NDP 2030's objectives. It does this through a combination of budgetary allocations, public-private partnerships, and innovative financing mechanisms. Infrastructure development is a key priority for National Treasury, given its importance for economic growth and service delivery. The department works closely with other government departments and agencies to identify and prioritize strategic infrastructure projects that align with the NDP 2030's goals. These projects undergo rigorous feasibility studies and cost-benefit analyses to ensure value for money and maximize their developmental impact. National Treasury also plays a critical role in promoting fiscal responsibility and ensuring that public funds are used prudently and effectively. It provides oversight and guidance to other government departments on their spending, promoting transparency and accountability in the use of public resources. This ensures that every rand invested contributes to building a more prosperous and equitable South Africa. Section 6. Identifying opportunities, growth potential studies. To ensure that investments are directed towards areas where they can have the greatest impact, South Africa utilizes growth potential studies, or GPS. These studies are in-depth analyses of specific geographic areas, identifying their economic strengths, potential growth sectors, and key constraints to development. GPS provide evidence-based insights to inform investment decisions and guide the development of targeted interventions. They consider a wide range of factors, including natural resources, human capital, infrastructure, market access, and the regulatory environment. They identify existing and emerging economic sectors with the potential for high growth and job creation. The studies also analyze the key constraints hindering growth, such as skills shortages, infrastructure bottlenecks, or regulatory barriers. The findings of GPS are used to inform a variety of development initiatives, including the development of special economic zones, the allocation of infrastructure funding, and the design of skills development programs. By identifying and unlocking the unique growth potential of different regions, GPS contribute to more inclusive and spatially balanced economic development. Section 7. Collaborative Governance, the District Development Model, or DDM. Recognizing that effective development requires a whole-of-government approach, South Africa has adopted the District Development Model. The DDM aims to improve the coherence and impact of government service delivery by fostering closer collaboration and integration across all spheres of government. It emphasizes a one plan, one budget, one approach philosophy, breaking down silos and promoting joint planning, budgeting, and implementation. The DDM focuses on the district level as the strategic spatial unit for development, bringing together national, provincial, and local government departments, as well as state-owned entities to work together in a coordinated manner. This ensures that all spheres of government are working towards the same goals, and that resources are used efficiently and effectively. The DDM is underpinned by the principles of community participation and evidence-based planning. It recognizes that development initiatives are more likely to be successful when they are driven by the needs and priorities of the communities they are intended to benefit. The model emphasizes the importance of data and evidence in informing decision-making, ensuring that interventions are targeted and based on a sound understanding of local challenges and opportunities. Section 8. Real-world impact, success stories of interoperability. The principles of interoperability as embodied in the NDP 2030, PSDFs, IDPs, and the DDM are already yielding tangible results across South Africa. One compelling example is the revitalization of the Sal River Delta in the Western Cape. Through a collaborative effort involving national and provincial government, local communities, and the private sector, the Delta has been transformed from an area plagued by poverty and environmental degradation into a thriving hub for ecotourism and sustainable agriculture. Another success story is the development of the Dubai Trade Port Special Economic Zone in KwaZulu-Natal. This strategically located SEZ, developed through a partnership between the provincial government and private investors, has attracted significant foreign direct investment and created thousands of jobs in sectors such as manufacturing, logistics, and agro-processing. The success of the Dube trade port can be attributed to its alignment with the NDP 2030's goals, the provincial growth strategy, and the availability of supporting infrastructure. These examples demonstrate the power of interoperability in driving inclusive and sustainable development. By aligning planning, investment, and implementation across all levels of government and engaging with communities and the private sector, South Africa can overcome its development challenges and realize its full potential. Section 9, Conclusion. A unified path towards a brighter future. As South Africa navigates the complexities of the 21st century, the importance of interoperability in development planning and implementation cannot be overstated. The NDP 2030, PSDFs, IDPs and the DDM provide a robust framework for ensuring that all spheres of government, the private sector and civil society work together towards a common vision of a more prosperous, inclusive and sustainable South Africa. By embracing the principles of interoperability, breaking down silos, and fostering collaboration, South Africa can overcome the legacy of apartheid spatial planning, unlock its economic potential, and create a more equitable society for all its citizens. The journey ahead may be challenging, but with a shared vision and a commitment to working together, a brighter future awaits.